Hey, it's HDTV Tech Guy, and today I'm going to go over the Sharp LC-60LE660. I left a link in the description below to a great deal on this model, so be sure to check that out. You're also going to want to read the user reviews and see what other people are saying about this model. So this model has a 60-inch LED screen and it's edge lit, so the LEDs are positioned around the perimeter of the screen and the light spreads behind the LCD panel. So considering the 60-inch screen size and the fact that this TV has a resolution of 1080p, the best viewing distance is 8.4 feet. Now there's some calculations involved here. I'm not going to get into that, but just trust me on this. You're going to get the most immersive experience and see the most detail out of that 1080p resolution from a distance of 8.4 feet. So that's not to say that the TV won't look great beyond this distance, but that's just a sweet spot that you're going to want to shoot for. So this TV has a native refresh rate of 120 Hz. And that's a step above the 60 Hz that you see on standard displays, but also has AquoMotion 240 Hz. So the 240 Hz is the effective refresh rate of this TV, and this feature can be enabled or disabled depending on what you want. If you're watching a lot of sports, I recommend leaving it enabled because it reduces motion blur by using frame interpolation. This will artificially insert frames for each frame, and that's how it gets rid of that motion blur. So it's ideal for sports. For other content, I like to turn it off, but just check it out and see if you like it. If not, you could just disable it in the settings menu. So the design of this TV is very sleek. It only has a 3-inch profile and the border is very, very thin at just 0.4 inches. So there's little distraction around the screen. And as minor as it sounds, it does make a more immersive experience. A lot of TVs have that thick and ugly border, and that is not the case with this model. It weighs 52.9 pounds without the stand and 56.2 pounds with the stand. If you're planning on mounting this TV up on the wall, it's Visa 400 by 400. So the holes are 400 millimeters apart. So keep that in mind when you're shopping around for a wall mount. So this TV doesn't have a ton of features. It's pretty basic as far as a smart TV goes. There's no 3D or anything like that. But it does have your basic smart app selection, Netflix, Hulu, and a ton of others. And there's wallpaper mode, so you could set like a slideshow of your own pictures to display when you're not using the TV. And the contrast ratio is pretty good. It's 4 million to 1. So you get those darker black levels and brighter white levels. For the inputs, there's 3 HDMI ports, 1 RF in port, 1 component, 1 composite, 1 USB port, an Ethernet port, and an optical audio out. So to conclude, I really like what I'm seeing with the Sharp LC-60LE660. It's a great selection for a standard 60-inch TV. It doesn't have a ton of bells and whistles, but it has your basic smart app functionality. One thing I really like is the design that has that super thin border. So be sure to check out that link in the description for a great deal on this model. And you're also going to want to read the user reviews and see what other people are experiencing with it. Hope you found this quick overview helpful.